man's routine drive takes an unexpected turn when he stops at a red light. A small creature about 70 centimeters tall crosses the street at high speed. At first, you might think it's just a stray animal, common in cities. But if you look closer, you'll see the creature walks on two legs. It's not your typical four-legged animal, so what is this two-legged thing? My mind naturally thought of a small monkey, but the person who uploaded the video says there aren't any in the area. He suspects it's a paranormal creature, and given the circumstances, you can't blame him for thinking that way. But what do you think? What is this?
It just happened. There are so many places like this. These two cars got wrecked, and I even found part of the landing net. They think there was a United plane here.
In that parking lot, something fell from the sky, landing on the back of a car and completely crushing its roof. And look too, the trunk in the back looks like it's bent backward. Some claimed it was a plane's landing gear that fell, but there's no evidence of it at the scene. Judging by the car and fence damage, a strong impact was needed. Fortunately, there was no one in the vehicle and no one was injured, but still, how did this landing gear fall after watching this video? Every time we leave our homes, we not only have to watch out for bad people and aliens, but also look up in case a landing gear is heading toward our heads. The chance of this happening is low, but it still exists. In Turkey, men recorded an unidentified aerial phenomenon that looked like a jellyfish gliding through the sky. As the name suggests, this one has a jellyfish shape, unlike the flying saucers we're used to seeing. Do you think it's linked to extraterrestrials? I'm not sure if they're birds or real creatures in our atmosphere, but there have been sightings worldwide. Many believe this is exaggerated and suggest it could just be advanced technology or a drone. I don't really know what it's about. That's why I'd like to know your opinion. What do you think about it? In summer 2017, Mandy Tritchell found unusual insects crawling in her home. These tiny intruders looked just like blackberries. Isn't that intriguing? Once this hit the internet, many theories emerged, including some where people believed they were of extraterrestrial origin. And entomologists' keen observations have solved the mystery of these insects. This entomologist identified them as members of the Scott Wright family, commonly known as stink bugs or shield bugs. While it's disappointing that they're not extraterrestrials, it's great to know that we have such pleasant creatures on the planet. If you thought that was strange, then this footage will simply make you shudder. Since the Joker characters appeared in mainstream media, people have become very cautious with clowns, and this footage is one of many that will give you chills. The uploader said a security camera on the property recorded the strange event. In the middle of the night, you can see a strange person wearing a clown mask and a hoodie walking directly toward the camera, holding a syringe. The person's motive and identity are unknown, making the situation unsettling. I would like to comfort myself by thinking this is just some kind of Halloween prank, but it's not. Also, look at the syringe in his hands. This video shows the homeowner must be careful going outside because of killer clowns. In the footage, we see a huge beam of light coming from the mountains, illuminating the surroundings with a strange orange glow. The light begins on the ground and rises into the sky, looking unlike an explosion or typical light. So, what could this be? Some internet users think it could be aliens, maybe a signal from outer space. Some wonder if it's just a natural phenomenon, like a unique play of light and air we don't yet understand. I hope it's not an extraterrestrial signal, since that's rarely good. Still, it could just be a natural phenomenon. But of course, I'd also like to know your opinion. What do you think about it? Do you think this comes from extraterrestrials? Watch the video closely and tell me where the man in the pink shirt is from. Review the footage again. A man in a pink shirt apparently materializes out of nowhere in front of a woman in costume. He appears to be filming her, and what's puzzling is that neither she nor those nearby notice him. Is this a glitch? In the Matrix, there's a brief crack in reality when the invisible becomes visible. Someone spots a strange creature swimming under a calm pond. Take a look. The images aren't very clear, but the clip shows they're trying to get a closer look. Whatever it is, it notices them and quickly swims away, leaving ripples in the water. Interestingly, the creature resembles a turtle but moves faster than you'd expect. Could it be a new type of animal that scientists haven't discovered yet? The creature appears to be eating another pond animal, adding to its mystery. What could this unknown predator be hunting? The following is a video clip of a couple who are on a mission to discover the paranormal. In this footage in particular, they are on a bridge late at night, armed with a recorder and a flashlight. A couple finds a strange white rope dangling from the bridge. The person with the light and the recorder approaches and points the light toward the hanging rope. Out of curiosity, they start pulling it up, and to their astonishment, there's a head on the other end. While winding up the rope, they find a head with liquid writing that reads, "Can you see me?" The mysterious discovery should have terrified any late-night explorer. Surprisingly, the couple seems unfazed by the chilling event. I'm not sure if this was planned, but it's definitely concerning. I'm worried because maybe it's just a hoax, but what if it's not? Maybe they just set it up. We don't know the truth. I'd like your opinion. Let's pause the weird stuff and focus on a creature we can identify. In this touching trail camera video, we have a deer showing off its acrobatic skills. As you watch, you'll see our long-legged friend gracefully jumping over a broken tree branch, navigating the obstacle course of its home in the forest. It's like a scene straight out of a nature documentary, and I have to say, it's got some impressive moves. Just watch it.
On a cloudless night today, March 2nd, 2024, only this patch of cloud and maybe a bright star to the right would be the reference points.
Now let's view Mexico's starry skies. This recent and captivating encounter shows something quite strange, flying through the night sky. The unidentified aerial phenomenon resembles a fish with a glowing tail. It seems brief, but there's more. It definitely doesn't look like any vessel we've ever seen before. And it has a strange feeling. Some people think they're aliens. I believe that too. Since the images are so blurry, we have some doubts. What do you think about it? A woman was piloting a helicopter over the coastal land of Hawaii when suddenly the engine failed. The aircraft nearly flipped and crashed, but this is where the plot gets exciting. This woman is not just any pilot. In a split-second decision, she performs an auto-rotation, a daring maneuver that allows her to bring the helicopter safely to the beach. Definitely an extreme situation. Now we head to the city center's underground tunnels, which hold the remains of 6 to 7 million people. The images depict a disturbing scene of humans arranged in a precise pattern. These catacombs were built to store the remains of the dead because there wasn't enough space for cemeteries. Millions of people's bones were carefully relocated underground, forming a surreal space for the deceased to rest anew. Would you visit this place? I don't think I'd dare go there. Some speculate it wasn't a burial site, but a location for mass murders. This place has a lot of negative energy. I wouldn't go. Would you? We all hate cleaning the bathrooms. It's a pretty complicated and annoying task. However, this video is intriguing. The individual, whom we'll call Scrooby, noticed a strange phenomenon happening with the foam on the floor. The foam arranged itself in circles, forming a captivating spiral. Look closely. The plot thickens since the person stops scrubbing and there appears to be no outside force. How the heck is this happening on its own? It's a headache trying to explain this. What's your opinion about this? Has this happened while cleaning the bathroom? While walking in the desert, a man hears strange purring from a cave. As curiosity draws him in, the intrepid explorer approaches and sees a creature with glowing eyes staring from an opening in the cave. There appears to be no visible cave entrance. So how did the creature get inside? And more importantly, what kind of creature are we dealing with here? Some think it could be a puma, a common resident of caves and remote areas. These creatures are known for their elusive behavior and their reflective eyes in low light conditions. But of course, we haven't seen it, so we're not so sure. Other people think that maybe it's something more sinister, perhaps a mystical creature hiding in the cave. But what do you think? An individual, a curious person fishing in the calm pond, experienced something unusual. See for yourself. Initially, we see what looks like a square-shaped organism floating calmly on the water's surface. In a matter of seconds, the only solid entity undergoes a puzzling transformation. The square-shaped organism disintegrates and breaks down into a cascade of small spheres that spread out in the water. The sudden, surreal sight prompts the question, is this a natural phenomenon? A unique organism with a brief and fleeting existence? Or does it suggest something more mysterious beneath the surface of the pond? I'd like to believe they're extraterrestrial ships, but we can't be certain. What do you all think? Is it a strange creature or something more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments. Next, we have chilling footage. Did you hear it? It's not a growl, nor a howl, nor a roar, but something in between, something primal. The weight and depth of the sound hint at the presence of something big. It also sounds like something that demands attention and respect. The owner of the chilling footage is convinced that what he has captured is none other than the legendary Bigfoot, the elusive giant of the forests. The footage was taken by hikers deep in the heart of the forest, embarking on an adventure that would soon turn eerie. As he crosses the wilderness, the tranquility is shattered by the eerie scream that pierces through the natural symphony of the forest. In the cryptid and mystery world, every sound or rustle in the underbrush could lead to discovery. Is this unsettling twist linked to the mysterious Bigfoot? This question sparks imagination and makes us wonder what other secrets lie in the vast forest. The locals in a quiet rural area come across a giant footprint in the mud, and it's not just any footprint. This footprint in the ground shows the unique traits of a big foot, unlike a normal large foot. This one is enormous. Is this proof of Bigfoot? Share your thoughts in the comments. The idea of a glitch in the matrix arises when people face inexplicable or contradictory situations that challenge their understanding of reality. Watch this footage. A man sways on a chair, his arms seemingly hooked to the armrest. As soon as he stands up, his hand mysteriously slips out of the chair's hook, which people call a technical glitch in the matrix. Some skeptics see it as a trick of perspective, but many in the paranormal community believe it's a modern glitch. What do you think? The following video is unusual, but enjoy it. That's a person with their mouth open. I'm talking about a stretch wider than usual. How the hell is that happening? Some might throw out the idea of reptilian shapeshifters. You know, that very popular conspiracy theory. Maybe this person isn't completely human, so stretching their mouth like that is a walk in the park for them. Or, well, it could be a person with a super elastic mouth, but we still have many doubts who really knows the truth. A recent video shows a strange light bouncing in the night sky. Some suggest it could be ether plasma energy, evoking thoughts of extraterrestrial phenomena. A mysterious craft sailing across the celestial canvas. Skeptics chose more practical explanations, suggesting it was an unusual aircraft, atmospheric anomaly, or light reflecting off objects. What's your perspective on this? Is it the dance of an eternity and a phenomenon of celestial energy? Shifting from the mysterious, let's admire this beautiful photo from a subscriber. Can you identify the creature? Would you be correct if you said puma? The puma, a charismatic wild feline, moves with stealth and grace on its solitary journeys. With a coat as elegant as midnight and eyes that shine with secrets, it is the ghost of the forest, embodying as much mystery as curiosity, playful with every step. Trail camera photos of pumas are always stunning, and this one is a real gem no matter how majestic these animals are. If you ever come across one, make sure to keep your distance because they may look cute, but they are still top predators. This looks odd, like a mix of Hulk and the devil with its strange green face. However, it's nothing more than a praying mantis. The praying mantis, with its unique and striking appearance, really stands out in the insect kingdom. One intriguing behavior is using its forewings for a striking display. A mantis can flare its wings, exposing eye-like patterns inside. A remarkable tactic to intimidate potential predators. The mantis uses that defense mechanism, and males also display their wings to attract mates. These visual signals play a crucial role in attracting female mantises during the intricate courtship dance. Would you like to have one of these as a pet? You might want to buckle up for this clip. Imagine you're relaxing in your backyard, and out of nowhere something falls from the sky. You go to check it out and that's it. You realize it's a satellite that says space selfie. Now this isn't an everyday discovery. In the yard, curiosity hits. So after some research, I found out this is called Samsung Space. This happened in 2019. A whole space selfie landed in someone's backyard. The Samsung Space Selfie sent a device with solar panels to the stratosphere to take a selfie. The concept was a marketing stunt to promote the Samsung Galaxy S10 smartphone. Equipped with cameras, this device took photos against Earth's backdrop in space. During the event, Samsung sent devices into the stratosphere with a high-altitude balloon, allowing people to send selfies. The device displayed the selected images. While it floated in the stratosphere, the selected images were displayed on the device's screen as it floated in the stratosphere. Participants got a video link showing their selfies with Earth's curvature in the background. It seems that people found this device and had no idea about it. Who knows? Maybe they got too scared. In the cloudless sky, a pilot aboard a plane witnesses a fascinating atmospheric display. The pilot notices a peculiar light show unfolding below. Lightning-like flashes light up the clouds as a mysterious beam pierces them from below. I know what you're thinking, aliens. But believe it or not, this strange and captivating display is known as sprites or blue jets. It's a phenomenon where electrical discharges travel from the ground to the sky, usually during thunderstorms. Unlike downward lightning, which usually comes from clouds to the ground, upward lightning begins at the surface, generally above large storms that travel upward. These phenomena were only recently discovered and confirmed, and their elusive nature makes them hard to observe. Pilots flying above thunderstorms or satellites can often see them, but what do you think? Take a look at these unsettling images taken on a train. Here you can hear this loud sound coming from the train, accompanied by sparks. They seem to be coming from the train, but in a few seconds I hear a loud sound while the other side of the train shoots out fire. This definitely surprised everyone. Now then, what's causing this chaos? One theory is the train could be scraping against a tunnel that's too small, causing those sparks. Maybe the train itself is just having a bad day with some technical issues. At the start of the clip, the guys sitting appear unfazed by the noise, while those on the other side also stay calm. Until a loud noise and bright light come from outside the train. It's almost as if they're used to this situation. Which means that maybe it's just a technical failure. Now feast your eyes on this man who appears to have silver hair. We don't even dare to say it, with fur cascading from his shoulders down his back. Believe it or not, this is natural. In the realm of unique conditions, this falls within the scope of hypertrichosis, often colloquially referred to as werewolf syndrome. Hypertrichosis is excessive hair growth in areas hair usually doesn't grow. It appears in congenital form, present at birth, and acquired form. The peculiarities of nature can take many forms, and this silver-haired individual is living proof. What do you think? Does he look like a werewolf? On November 22 at 11 a.m., we witnessed an unusual sight that could make you wonder if someone was practicing voodoo. Definitely that's not normal, right? If you know anything about horror movies, you'll know that this particular scene is nothing but a terrifying spectacle. I mean, how else would you describe this? Our disturbing footage was caught by a Ring doorbell camera. The footage clearly shows it's nighttime and raining heavily. If you look more closely, you'll notice there's something strange about this. There in the sky, there's this ball of light. It doesn't look like a star, and it's much too high to be a street light. In short, it doesn't look like any of the celestial bodies we're used to. Instead, it floats there, blinking mysteriously like a guiding light in the dark. What are we seeing? Could a distant space object be trying to invade us? I don't know, but leave your opinion in the comments. Wow, look at him. He's moving his body strangely. First, he's pulling the skin on his forehead, making it look like stretched candy. That's a bit weird, right? But it gets weirder. He makes a move like the Adam's apple. Who even does that? That's not a common talent. He stretches his arms unusually far, then bends his finger back to touch his hand. Here's the mystery. Is this a medical condition, or could he be one of the rumored hybrid humans? What's going on with this guy's body?
Ibushi, you know, man, I've never seen anything like this happen before in my life.
When the world really does get stranger daily, just watch this clip. For example, a man bought a watermelon, and this is what happened. He's rinsing the watermelon, and the skin is peeling off like it's a sticker. I've always thought that people who say the government is tampering with our food are conspiracy theorists. But with the kind of things I've been seeing lately, I'm tempted to believe them. Maybe we should take the news about genetically modified foods more seriously? Should we be extra careful with these things? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now we are in Mexico, or rather in the waters of Mexico. The travelers witness not one, but 5 water spots. These tall and twisted columns of wind descend from the clouds to the water, resembling tubes or thin spinning ropes hanging from the sky. They're like mini tornadoes over the water, a natural spectacle, fascinating and formidable. While these water spouts can be a captivating display, it is essential to approach them with caution. Water spouts, unpredictable by nature, can unleash strong winds and pose risks, especially to those on board vessels. The mystery lies beneath the surface. Now, take a look at this curious sight. Something underground is shifting, making the concrete collapse and form a visible hole. A strange phenomenon. As the ground shifts and concrete pushes up, couldn't you reflect on that? Do these movements resemble arms pushing gently yet assertively the limitations of concrete? As the ground moves and the concrete is pushed up and out, one might think maybe they're arms pushing the concrete. I'd like to know, what do you think? How does this happen? Well, it seems that even Mother Nature can have a sense of humor in this pretty funny shot from a hiking camp. We have a deer wearing the latest winter trend, a frozen mask. This deer was drinking water when it splashed on its face. In these freezing conditions, this water quickly becomes a frozen accessory. The result is a deer that looks like it just came out of a spa day, with an ice mask that would make even the most glamorous Hollywood celebrity jealous. Small moments in nature like these serve as a reminder that even in the wild, there's room for a touch of fantasy. That was my explanation. However, my colleagues in the paranormal community disagree and insist the creature is definitely possessed. Knowing myself, I know for sure that I don't have much experience with wildlife. So I thought it would be better to ask you, what do you think about this matter? Do you think my explanation is logical? Or could it be something paranormal? I've taken a look at this door that was seen at the top of a cliff. Some say it could be a well-drilled bunker. While we have no way to confirm it, this theory could be correct. World War II bunkers were strategically located in various places for defense purposes. World War II bunkers were strategically located in various places for defense purposes. In this case, the erosion of the cliff has exposed the bunker door, creating a surreal scene. Erosive landscapes result from factors like erosion, wind, water, and geological processes. Over time, these forces shape and change the land's contours, revealing hidden structures and artifacts. Continuing with floating objects, this strange object was seen floating in the sky above Paris, France. It's a black vertical rectangle. As theories emerge, some think it could be the clever work of artificial intelligence, a digital apparition in the sky. Others, focused on the extraterrestrial, believe it could be something alien, perhaps a cosmic visitor making a statement. What's your opinion about that spectacle? Is it a creation of art, a guide, or a sign of something much bigger? What do we have here? This sushi seems alive. The filleted fish moves on its own. Someone I know saw this and shouted, "Possessed." The only thing it possesses, however, is beauty. That is, if you can get over the non-living fish part. So is this fish possessed? No. Often, this fact is due to a phenomenon called spasms. Even after filleting, gutting, and preparing the fish for consumption, there can be residual nerve activity that causes contractions or spasms in the muscles. This doesn't necessarily mean that the fish is alive. It's simply an electrical movement from the nerve cells that can occur, both animals and us. It's definitely scary but logical. This watchmaker in Argentina is doing something cool. Imagine a watch that doesn't look like any kind of shiny object, but rather like a stone. And watch out, it's not just any rock, it's made from an asteroid that literally fell from the sky and landed in Argentina. Some people flaunt diamonds and luxury watches, but this watch stands out. This watch lets you wear a piece of outer space on your wrist. It's like having part of the universe with you. What do you think? Would you wear this stone on your wrist? Next, you might want to hold on to your hats, because we have a celestial show in the Mexican skies that's sparking quite a debate. The footage shows a star-shaped object gracefully descending behind bushes. It's the kind of sighting that looks like it came straight out of a science fiction movie. As the footage circulated, opinions started to come in. Some pragmatic people suggest it could be a balloon or maybe a drone, while others with an extraterrestrial flair add the idea of an alien spacecraft. But this is where it takes a mystical turn. There are rumors that it's an angel. Yes, you heard right. An angelic being descended from the heavens. There isn't much evidence to go on. What do you think about this mystery? Is it an angel, extraterrestrial, or drone? Share your thoughts below. Let's watch this clip where an unexpected creature boldly enters unknown territory. Given the voices in this video, it's clear this animal is in human territory. What animal do you think it is? This creature, seen navigating through a messy workspace, looks like a hairless ferret. It's like an aged adult ferret, a domesticated species belonging to the Mustelidae family. Like other mustelids, they have a long and slender physique. Take a closer look. I feel like this creature is much bigger than the typical ferret. What do you think? Looking at this shot, do you see anything peculiar? Well, take a closer look. You should see it. If you focus on the animal feeding to your right, you might miss those eyes in the middle. If you're familiar with trail camera footage, you'll know that in nighttime shots, the animal's eyes usually reflect light. Looking at those two white dots in the middle, I'm pretty sure they're eyes. But what animal do you know that has eyes set that far apart? None that I know of. Could it be a cryptid? Could it be an undiscovered species, or maybe it's a ghost? These and many other questions torment my mind before I go to sleep. What about you? Do you have an answer for that? Next, we have a trail camera capture that will make even the most experienced zoologists scratch their heads. Take a look. What do you see in the picture? A gorilla? Well, hold on. Look closer. It seems to have the bulky bodies typically associated with our large primates. But if you look closer, you'll see it's not a gorilla, but something else. At first, it seems like a gorilla moving through the forest, but when you sit and look closely, you realize it might be a larger creature, crouched on the ground. What creature do we know that's big enough to look like a gorilla when it crouches? A Bigfoot? The footage is authentic, or at least that's what they say. What do you think? Extreme body modifications, such as full body tattoos or procedures to resemble animals, are unconventional forms of self-expression that can appear shocking. In this case, we have a person with their back tattooed like a snake. It's as if they decided that regular tattoos weren't enough. So why not make your entire back a canvas of snakes? It's hard to describe, but it's definitely strange. Everyone has a pretty different concept of beauty. But anyway, what do you think about this? I find it a little strange. Next is a mysterious encounter in Indonesia's lush landscapes. These strange people were covered in a black substance, with animal skins adorning their heads, adding an unsettling touch. These enigmatic beings are known for emitting strange and unsettling screams into the air. But who or what could they be? Some think they could be mischievous children, disguised and playing elaborate pranks on unsuspecting residents. Honestly, it's the kind of thing kids would do. Conversely, a mystical interpretation emerges. Some members of the paranormal community suggest that these peculiar beings are guardians of the forest who roam the woods to be fair. Folklore and local legends are rare. The black substance and fur may symbolize a link to Earth and its creatures. But maybe this is simply due to paranormal ideologies, or at least that's what they say. What's your opinion about this? This is too strange to be a coincidence. Someone saw two unusual white cats watching him while he filmed. One sat behind the other, head above the one in front. Both stared at the camera, which seemed odd to him. Soon after, a third identical white cat appeared and sat before them, placing its head beneath the cat behind it. The three cats were simply sitting and looking at the camera with an aloof look in a strange alignment. What do you think could be happening here? Is it just a coincidence that three white cats are considering devouring someone with their eyes? Or is there something more behind this incident? Who knows? Maybe it's a Matrix glitch or an omen. A similar incident occurs in this footage, where a family is filmed with their backs to the camera. Suddenly, a boy in a blue shirt appeared and climbed the railing. Should we watch that again? Did you see it? He gives no sign of being there until he suddenly appears and climbs onto the railing. The family, absorbed in their own world, doesn't notice this unexpected addition. Could it just be camera angles? Or is this another Matrix glitch? People in Miami have seen strange objects in the sky. I'm not sure what they are. Some believe they could be surveillance balloons for security, while others think they're linked to aliens. After some personal research, I'm convinced it's nothing more than a blimp. What do you think about it? Next, we have tracking camera footage pointing to the site of the most chaotic footage you've ever seen. Take a look. In the footage, we have a herd of innocent-looking deer, frozen in place, wide-eyed, staring at a sly and cunning fox in front of them. But wait, the fox is absorbed in its stare at something huge and human-like walking down the path into the forest. Did you see it? This giant enigmatic creature defies easy classification. It's definitely not a typical forest inhabitant. It's unusual and not widely known. What do you think? Next is a bright scene from a school in India. The images show us a group of students and a teacher, apparently trying to hold a girl. But this is where things get haunting. The girl's body starts to contort in strange and mind-bending ways. Yes, she's levitating and many say she's possessed. We've seen a lot of footage that could be staged, but something about this chills me. What do you think? Is this real possession or just an act? A motorcyclist riding through a deserted area saw a lifeless goat sitting upright against a post like a human. This isn't something you see every day. What's happening here? Some link it to a dark connection, suggesting involvement in a satanic ritual, where symbols and rituals are thought to hold powerful mysteries. Others link it to voodoo, a cultural practice involving the manipulation of energies and forces. What do you think about it?